Well, it's our philosophy, our belief, our approach to capacity management. It's kind of an encapsulation of everything we've been putting together for capacity management over the last 26 years. And it's sort of pulling together a belief that one should pull together all the different facets of capacity management, the different types of data you might want to look at, so server, network, storage, whatever, and having that data in one place, being able to report on it from one particular location. In particular, 360-degree capacity management is our response to cloud computing, because more than ever, due to the disparate sort of mix of implementations that you can have with cloud environments, there's a need to be able to see across and report across everything that you have within your application sphere. Why particular for cloud? Well, the concept of ownership of an application or resources with cloud has become so much more mixed up, so much harder to define. Typically organisations have this mix of public and private clouds, hybrid clouds, and as I say, things have just become a lot more complex. For example, perhaps one might, within your own organisation, own the servers and the network, but the storage might be out there in the cloud. For application B, it might be that you own and manage some of the servers that are supporting the application, but others are hosted for you by a cloud provider. You own some of the storage, but the rest of it is hosted by a cloud provider. And what one needs to be able to do is bring together whatever data is available from whatever source in this complex mix of implementation options, and be able to view it from a single all-round 360-degree capacity management perspective. Well, it's both, really. It's both a strategy and a solution. On the strategy side with 360-degree capacity management, as I say, it's our belief in how we believe that capacity management should be approached with this sort of holistic all-round view. It certainly aligns with things such as ITIL, where ITIL talks of having a central capacity management information store, a CMIS, that pulls all of your capacity data together, and that concept of a centralised database from which all analysis and reporting is done is central to our idea of 360-degree capacity management. And it's all because we believe that people shouldn't have to treat these areas in isolation, because that slows down things like problem solving. So one shouldn't need to go to one source of data in order to find out why a server's running slow, and then discover that to overcome that problem it's going to have an impact on storage, so you have to look somewhere else to see what the impact on storage is, and then changing your storage in some way has an effect on power usage in the data center perhaps, and so then one needs to go somewhere else to assess the impact of that. The idea with 360-degree capacity management is all the data from all those sources centralised into the one repository, and you can go to that one place in order to find out the information that you need. It is indeed, and we have our own Athene capacity management software, which provides sort of centralised capacity management for server-based systems, and it has its own database, its own capacity management information store in ITIL speak at the heart of that. We have our own agent and agentless data capture options that feed data from servers into that capacity management information store. And then of course there's our integrator module, and integrator's fantastic in that what it does is it will let you bring any other data in whatever format that might be and bring it into that same database. Even data that's unique to your own organisation that can't be found anywhere else. If you can provide the data in a file, then integrator will bring that into the capacity management information store. And then Athene provides a common set of reporting tools across all of that data, whatever its source, that's stored in the database. We do have our own close partners, that, as I call them, that we like to work with. So for example, we have links with CoralSense and their SharePath software, which provides end-to-end performance monitoring data. We also work with AES and their Clever suite of software tools, to bring network data into the capacity management information store. We work with IntelliMagic and their storage performance management solution, and then also on the application side, to supplement what we have for Exchange and Internet Information Server, we work closely with our Japanese partner IM, as they have solutions that provide data that looks inside SAP and WebSphere middleware technology. So we have close links that bring all this data into the one capacity store, and that's the 360-degree capacity management solution. No, not at all. I mean, one of the major sort of aspects of the 360-degree capacity management is that it's much more open, much more flexible than that. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's nice if you do have our partner products in place and we can bring in their data, because we know them, we know their software, and we have the links between their product and ours. But it is much more open and flexible than that, as I say. Our integrator module has specifically been designed so that it will let you bring in any data from any source into the database at the heart of things, and use the Athene tools to report on it. As a business, we actually like the challenge of people coming to us and saying, well, there's another partner product, third-party product, another source of data that we would like to pull into the capacity management information store and have Athene report on. So no, 360-degree is just that. It's all round. It's bringing in any data from any source and using that as part of your capacity management solution. Well, I guess it can never be complete either as a strategy or a solution. Technology changes. The latest large change in technology we've had is cloud computing, enabled and preceded by virtualization. That itself, significant change that altered the way that we do things. And with cloud computing in particular, because people have less control over every aspect of their environment, then no, there's a need for 360-degree capacity management to keep evolving in order to meet all these challenges. And of course, on the solution side, each new partner, each new source of data that we import and bring into the capacity management information store extends 360-degree capacity management that bit further as a standard software solution. So no, lots of work to keep us going. It's going to keep evolving. Well, on the specific solution side, one of the things I'd like to see is us have one of our close partners for the data centre and stats to do with power and heat and that sort of thing. And so we're actively out there looking for a partner in that area at the moment. On the strategic side, well, that's a bit more difficult. Although our Athene software is very good at forecasting, I'm not much of a visionary myself, and I don't really know what the next great technological change after cloud computing is going to be in the industry. But you can bet your bottom dollar that somewhere in the world there's some clever people working in a garage somewhere coming up with what that next technology will be, and when it becomes mainstream, when it hits the data centres and large organisations, then we're going to have to evolve 360-degree capacity management to enable you to take in the right data and analyse it and report and forecast on that information, provide capacity management for that new technology. We've been doing it for the last 26 years, so I'm pretty certain we can keep doing it into the future.